Amazing. Beautiful. Pretty. Marmewa art. D for Dementia.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the A through Z series, and today we have D for Dementia, and patrons voted on her. I was actually very surprised that she won. I had never heard of her before. They suggested her for our D poll, but here she is. I don't know. She's from a short series on Cartoon Network called Villainous. And she's just this crazy character. I guess she is like some kind of experiment, but she's got like this crazy pink hair and this bright green. I think it's also her hair, but it's like part of a chameleon thing attached to her head. Again, not sure if it's a chameleon, but yeah, so she was an interesting character to draw, and today I was going to talk to you guys kind of about my process with this piece, because it was pretty tough for me to finish, because there are a lot of reasons that came into play. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of talk to you guys about kind of some of my art processes or art thoughts, because as an artist, I think it's pretty common for us to feel these things. At least, I don't know, maybe not, but I feel like for me it is. And I don't know, I've talked with, other artists, and it kind of seems to be that, we all hit these artist blocks and discouragements and doubts, and it can be really hard to push through those. But yeah, so I started this piece and last month with KNKL, like his work in my mind. So I'm gonna try and do this all in one take, okay? This is gonna be crazy, but I'm gonna try and record because I just want to be casual and like cool with you guys, right? I just want to be chill. I don't want to worry about mistakes or, I just want it to feel more intimate. But anyways, I know sometimes I ramble and mumble and don't make sense, so I'm gonna try to like explain better. But yeah, so there is an artist on YouTube and Instagram, and an artist, and his name is Keenan Lafferty, and he has a show on YouTube called the KNKL Show, and I found them last month, and so for the month of May, and I've just been obsessed. I'm binging all of them. There's a lot, so but he did work for Riot, and he's a self-taught artist, and he just has these really awesome tutorials about color theory and just perspective and just all kinds of topics, that are important for artists to learn, that I think. And I honestly feel like color theory isn't my strong point, so I wanted to practice. And also, my style normally, if you've seen my other work, is I do this sketch, and then after the sketch, as you see in this picture, I do a line work. But in this one, I wanted to try like Keenan's style, where you don't do the line work and you kind of keep the sketch and you make it a part of your picture. And I really like how people do like that overpainting, where they mix the line in with the color, and that's been really hard for me to kind of figure out. So I wanted to practice with it, and I also wanted to practice like a new way of doing color with this picture. And I was like really gung-ho at first. I was really excited to try something new, and I've been watching all these tutorials by Keenan, and so I was like really excited for this piece. And then I realized like, okay, I don't have as much time anymore, and as I started doing the picture, I just felt really like discouraged after a while, because I was like, crap, like I changed the colors like a million times because I'm like, wow, this looks too dark, wow, this looks too muddy, these don't flow right, and I just keep thinking that it looks like crappy. And then it started to get really tough for me to finish, because I just kept constantly feeling like I didn't know what I was doing with this picture. And I know it's new for me, so that was part of the struggle. Was I like really got to a point where I wanted to just scrap everything I had done and go back to the sketch and then try to keep those base colors, but I wanted to go back to the sketch and then do the line work, which is what I'm comfortable with, so that I could figure out how to just color from there. But I kept telling myself, like, no, like, you won't get better, and you really wanted to practice this, so just keep at it, just do it. Because I was kind of trying to fight, like, the deadline of getting this done on time for today, and being, like, the 1st of June. And that was another thing. I got really excited for this month, so I took on, like, 1,000,000 pictures, which it was fine, and then I kind of, like, started watching all of KNKL's Keenan's videos, and I kind of started them all with this new kind of style in mind, and then that just, at first I was, like, playing around and having fun, and then I was like, okay, crap, now I have to finish them all, and it turned into something else. So yeah, and so, like, it was really fun at first, and then it got discouraging really quick, and I just kind of wanted to talk about how that made me, like, feel, because I think as an artist, and what I've seen other artists go through, when you're learning something and you're trying to improve, which, some artists, they're really happy with their style and, like, the way it looks, but I think we're constantly thinking that, oh, like, I wish I could do my colors better like that person, or figure out anatomy better, or just, whatever you want to get better at it. I just, like, lost my train of thought, but I think as artists, you want to improve, right? You want to get better, and that can be really hard sometimes. Like, it can be fun and exciting, and then it can quickly turn into, oh crap, like, my stuff isn't good enough. I don't know what I'm doing. I thought this was gonna be cool. I thought I could just do it. And then when you start doing it, you're like, wait, okay, no, like, the things that, this tutorial said made sense, and now they're not making sense, and it's just like, so things can get, like, overwhelming pretty quickly. So my biggest, like, gripes with this picture were, like, the colors, because I'm trying to do color theory, and I'm trying to do, like, inclusion with, like, my backgrounds and stuff. So, like, I wanted to start having kind of an overall background color first, so I could include those, like, ambient lighting effects with my picture, just to make, like, the whole picture flow. And honestly, it also might have been not the best thing to do with this character, Dementia, because she really does have some crazy, like, colors going on. Like, her color scheme is, like, insane. So it is kind of hard to make those, like, flow unless you're doing a really poppy, cute, like cartoon, which is what she is. But, like, I try to, like, kind of color a little more on the realistic side, and then keep the lines a little cartoony. So I was trying to figure out that balance, which is also a little tough for me. I do think I started to get the sketchy lines down, though, which is a positive. So my problem with art is, like, I get too, like, controlling, right? I start to want to, like, control everything, and I need, that's why, like, I have to have, like, my lines perfect. And with the sketchy lines, see, I changed the color again here. I was like, this is too dark, so then I made it, like, really crazy and vibrant. But yeah, with the lines at first, I was trying to, like, completely get rid of them, but I like them. A lot of my favorite pictures are, the lines are kind of, like, sloppily, like, mushed in there, and I don't know why, but I just really like that style. So eventually I got more comfortable with it and started just, like, being a little more carefree, which is a little bit harder for me to do in my art. So I did get a little better at that, I think, after, time went on and I kept pushing myself. But this video is a little bit shorter. Like, I've already been talking for 9 minutes. Holy crap, you guys. Anyways, so, but my point is, don't give up, right? Take breaks if you need to. If you're frustrated with a piece, stand up, take a break, take a breather, get a drink of water, and just, like, step back from it for a second, so that you don't get too, like, frustrated and get into this zone where you just really completely hate it. And I had to do that, like, a couple times with this piece. I was like, I'm getting frustrated, I gotta finish this, and I was like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna step away, I'm gonna, like, eat my dinner, okay, now I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna try again. And it can kind of like get you out of your head, because you start to snowball, you know, when you're like, you're kind of like, I guess, meditating while you're working, you know, with art. You can really just start getting in your thoughts with the picture, and you're just like really overthinking it. And, you know, you just have to remember that no matter what you're doing, like, you're gonna improve as long as you're practicing and you're keeping at it. And I just really, with this picture, wanted to keep pushing myself, because, you know, I like, happy accidents are great and they're good for learning, you know, new things. You're like, oh wow, oh wait, hey, this makes sense. Like, this color splash here looked really good actually. And you can start thinking about these new, you know, things with your art. But I also, you know, I really enjoy learning and improving, and I want those to be deliberate. I mean, I think that's what practice is, you know, when you learn these new techniques, or you know how to, like, you know, do something now, you want to try to apply it to your work. And that's where, you know, you really have to push through. Like, it's not going to be great at first, and then you just have to keep telling yourself, excuse me, a little breakfast burp for you. But you have to keep telling yourself that, you know, practice makes perfect. It's the only way you're going to get it. You can't just throw it away and never expect to get better if you don't push yourself. So I did, like, gosh, it was kind of hard, but there were like a couple times where I was like, can I just start over? Can I just make these lines? Like, but I finally got it. And I learned a couple of things, you know, as I was doing it. You know, I learned, oh, hey, like, if I would have done this, it would have made my life easier. And that's the whole part of practice too. Like, after you do it and get it done, you're like, oh, you know, like, nothing to it but to do it, right? So, woo, I finished out the month. I did it. Mermaid happened. Lots of mermaids. So that was fun. And you know what? I love you guys. Thanks for sticking around. And thank you so much for watching my video. Leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to subscribe. And hit the like button if you enjoyed it. Or the dislike button if you don't like listening to me rant. And as always, a special shout out to my patrons over on Patreon. You guys really are making my art dreams come true. And special shout out to Tank238 and Metavrug. You guys, thank you so much. And I'll see you next time. Bye!